Hey everybody, JPT just climbing a ladder made of vines. Oh, that's a weird angle. Woo. Back here on the Groundfox server. That was really weird. That was really weird. Not really weird, but sad. Watch what happens when we unleash the water. We're going to unleash it here and here because I ended up having to do two separate things. It looks pretty. I'll tell you that. It looks real pretty. When it works. Oh, man. Anyways. So that's what it looks like. I'll go down here a little bit so you can kind of see it. Originally, I just had sort of these little sort of outcroppings and I guess nuggets. I don't know what else to call them. But then I realized, since this is so big, since we actually span two bridges, there just needs to be more water activity. So what I'm planning on doing is, I love what it's doing right there. I like that. But what I really need it to do, so we got the tiers here and we got it here. Ah, the squid. No, squid, don't do it. We have to put hoppers underneath there, collect that squid if they fall. I actually kind of like how it's exposed like that. It was kind of a happy accident. What I'm going to have the water do over here especially, is I'm going to have it hit sort of stone and then come back and sort of drape over this way. That way you have something to kind of look at when you're up here. It's just a little too far back, because I mean, honestly, if you're looking at it from way back here, it's not that exciting. But see, this is going to add some depth to it. So I was doing that, and then I thought, you know what, I should probably do some of this on camera so you guys are kind of aware of what's going on. The squid have been a happy accident. Was not thinking that they'd actually be there. I'm just going to put that there, make it easier to go up and down. I do want to show you something, though. After all the work Josh and I put in, it wasn't really a lot of work. We just kind of tooled around. You saw that in the last video. With the redstone, I kind of face-palmed pretty heavy when I realized that this doesn't actually stop the water because it's too far back. So the water still goes. It still goes. So it doesn't matter what we do because, well, it creates water blocks. Yeah. Again, big epic fail on my part. That's okay. That's okay. So I gotta cut these off kind of like this, and then I have to go down, and then I have to fix everything. Yeah, it's not fun. See how it's already created water blocks like here? Yeah, big old face palm. There's one there, and I think that does all of those. Yeah, so this, pointless, but it looks cool. Yeah. Ay. So you can kind of see I put redstone down because I'm under the impression that redstone doesn't allow mobs to spawn, but that's probably not the case. That water's taking an awful long time to go away. That's really weird. That is really weird. So one of the things I've been doing is I've been kind of going... Okay, now it's gone. I've been going under and putting... covering up the dirt that I used to create... sort of these outcroppings and stuff. Of course, this one is just to get up. I have accidentally made it so that you can't like parkour your way up here. It's kind of weird. But I also still wanted to make it so that, squid, let's put it out of its misery. So you can still come underneath. So like a cave. And so I'm debating on whether or not I want to make it glass right here, because this is man-made. This is going to be man-made. So we'd have glass here, and then I'm thinking we may actually have to have glass here for where the water hits. And so we probably need to go make that. So while we go make some glass, I think I'm going to go with white stained glass, or maybe light gray. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Wanted to talk about a show that I've been watching. Apparently a manga based on a comic book I see what she did there. Man, she's doing all sorts of stuff. I like how she put this here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, good job, Mavis. I like that things are separated here. I got rid of my water things, of course, last time. Called Knights of Sidonia. Not the Muse song, mind you. Yeah, that's going to be too white for what we need. And that's maybe too dark. So we're probably going to have to go for the light gray. But it's on Netflix, season 1. I do believe they're making a season 2, which is pretty exciting. I really liked it. Again, it would come recommended from me. There we go, light gray. How many can we get out of that? 8 should be just enough. Okay, so we get 56 out of that. But it's sci-fi based, kind of humans flying space robots, combat robots, kind of Gundam, I guess, in nature, which is something that I've always enjoyed. I really haven't gotten into the anime or the manga too much, so don't sort of come at me really strong with I'll take suggestions. This is the one thing I liked about this one is, oh gosh, this is the first time things have actually spawned in there. I really need to light that up, especially now that we're going to be putting glass down. So let's go get some coal. It's really hard for me to, like, I really like Korean cinema. That's something that I've always really enjoyed. But of course there is sort of, this is just typical sort of backlash. So you had to read subtitles, and unfortunately on this one they did sort of dub it into English fairly decently. I watched a few episodes with the Japanese, with the English subtitles, English or Japanese language. But in this case, I was like, okay, the option's there. It's decent. I'm going to watch it this way. And so that's how I opted to watch it. And it was really good. I really liked it. So season 1 got picked up by Netflix. They distributed it. Apparently it's already been shown overseas, usually how it goes. But Netflix got the exclusive broadcast or streaming rights to it. And I guess they are working on a season 2 of the show, which is pretty cool because I'm looking forward to it. But again, it's kind of got that Gundam, feel to it. It's been fairly praised. I actually looked up a little bit of information about it while I was in the doctor's office with my wife. She was on one of her typical appointments, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to read into this a little bit, make sure, because I felt like it feels like it's like I've heard about it before, and I guess I was right because it is based on sort of other comics and stuff like that. So that was good to know. But I'd really recommend it for anybody that likes that kind of thing. I won't give too much away. But I just really liked the sort of overall bad guy and kind of the struggle and sort of the atmosphere. I could easily see them doing like a prequel series, which I think would be kind of cool. I'd like to see them do something like that. So again, Knights of Sidonia. So Sidonia? No. Sidonia, something like that. It's not like the Muse song. Like I said, they have a song called Knights of Sidonia with a C, but that is not the case here. Okay, so this is going to be glass, and I think it's just going to have to be here for it to work. And we'll have to tweak it later. But again, I want the main idea is that people will be able to come underneath here and kind of look at the waterfall from above and below, because they'll be able to look down in the creepy pit down there. But of course we want the water to come down here and not only pool, but also to continue to run. And I'm hoping that becomes the case when we run this. So we have 21 of these, so we need to kind of keep that in mind. Ooh, got silk stockings here, gonna help us out. But yeah, I decided to watch that kind of in excess. I got done with Arrow, kind of talked about that in the last episode. Grab it, good. And I needed something else to watch, and I had watched a couple of episodes of that, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna they call it binge watching. I'm a member of the TiVo surveys and stuff like that, and they always ask us like, have you recently binge watched anything? And I'm like, yeah, sort of. And now I have 2 shows that I can tell them about whenever they do the next survey. Be like, actually, I have done said binging on 2 very good shows. Movie-wise, I tried to start to watch 12 Monkeys, the old Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt movie, realizing quickly that I just did not have the attention span for it, so I will likely need to revisit that at a later date, because that one is a lot of talking, which is not bad. It's just not something that I was looking to do, I guess. I think I recorded that one off of the Sundance channel. So again, I'll have to watch that when I have a little bit more of an attention span that's not pretty much 0. The other night I was just wiped out, and I was like, nah. I'd seen it before, but it's been a number of years, and so I thought, I'll revisit this, and it'll be fun, and, Brad Pitt's really good in it. And no, it didn't work out. Did not work out that way. I think I'm actually going to let some of the water go down there and see what happens. And of course, underneath, I'm going to have to be careful about coming up on some of this stuff. So again, just putting some torches down so we can kind of get a rough idea. I want some pools of water too. Let me put something there. There we go. Not trying to be afraid of placing these too precisely. Let's do one of these. I think that'll look cool. Kind of keep the lava in the background there. Yeah. Let's put that there like that. And kind of keep going. This is where it gets fun, because you just kind of place things, and it's all really trial by error. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to try to say. Why did I do that? Could have just placed it that way. There we go. There we go. Oop. So I'm kind of recording this way earlier than I'm actually going to publish it. Again, I just kind of was like, I want to get on here and just zone out. My wife is actually doing her taxes right now. And I just kind of thought to myself, we need to show this to people. Okay, I think this is enough to do some damage. If it runs down, it'll run down right here. I'll grab that one. No, I should probably take care of this back here, shouldn't I? It'd probably be easier to do up here. I will admit that even with the English sort of dub, the show was a little hard to kind of keep up with. I think it just has to do with... I'm kind of halfway blaming it on the style and also kind of what the show's trying to do by putting all these characters in sort of pilots. They do a really good job by putting numbers on people. So like their uniforms have a number, and then their ships also have the same number. And then when they're in their ship or their fighter, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what they're called. They also have their sort of number associated on their helmets and stuff like that. So it's kind of, that's helpful that they did something like that. So it actually makes me want to read the comic, sort of reach out and get it. I guess somebody did an English sort of representation of that, which I'm kind of looking forward to. So I'm going to have to seek that out maybe this weekend and see if I can find it online anywhere. See, I thought I could jump up and get in here. Yeah, let's do that. And call that a good job. Although I think I can come up here and do some additional crafting. Yeah, let's do that. And then go turn the water back on and see what happens. And see what happens. Yeah, things going pretty well. Tons of new, not tons of new series, but tons of games that I've been playing. Might be new to you. Highly recommend you check those out. RimWorld, definitely one of my favorite games. That's still going strong. I think the way I did this is I want to actually get rid of, I want the water to actually fall naturally from what I created. So we'll actually place the sand and get rid of the water. It's kind of a weird way of doing this. It's overkill since, well, this doesn't actually work. We have to be really careful too about not actually hitting the slime blocks because, well, if we hit the slime blocks, the water gets loose. So we have to go like this. But yeah, RimWorld, Dying Light I'm still playing. The April Fool's thing that they implemented was really fun. I really recommend you check out that video. I don't know if it was 15 or 16, but it's the Dying Light video called April Fool's. Really, really fun. I wish that was a game mode. I think I even mentioned that kind of in the video itself. Ah, dang. Guess we'll do it like that. Let's go down here and see what this looks like. As a matter of fact, I have ender pearls, so let's make this ender pearls like I have a stroke. Of course, Knights of the Old Republic, Dark Forces 2. Oh yeah, that's closer to what I want it to be. That's closer to what I want it to be. Gives it character. These almost mimic each other, which I'm not a super fan of, but we can learn to deal with it. And of course, we can also make a few more water sources if we need to. It's actually a longer video than I thought. I thought I'd have to split this up in a couple different things. Yeah, see how this isn't reacting the way it probably should? Oh man, that thing hit hard. Okay, so see if we could do something like this and have it branch out. There we go. That's doing it a little bit better. Let's see if we can create a few scenarios. Good, the water is going down there. That's cool. And this is exactly what I want the water to do here. I've got a really cool idea to show kind of the water, sort of like how hard the water's hitting. You know, like when water comes down, it creates like bubbles and stuff and foam. That's something that I plan on doing. Let's see. I think that looks pretty good. By doing it that way, it makes sense that this one isn't exposed. Water physics in Minecraft have always sort of bothered me. Let's do something like that. Can I do that? Yeah. Let's go see what that looks like. Ooh, glad the water was there. Hit pretty hard. Sorry for not talking that much. I've been really concentrating on what this looks like. And of course, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but yeah, that's a lot closer to what I think I'm looking for. And of course, this is all going to be full of water, and it's all going to go down here. But we got to figure out some other stuff to add characteristics. And let's go underneath and see what that looks like. Of course, I do plan on doing like a tunnel so that you'd come through here like this, and then you would be able to like look up here just like that. I mean, it's not that exciting. I think it's pretty cool. And then this is what I was talking about. So like filling these in. Oh, we got some water coming in through this way. That actually may not be a bad idea. Uh-oh. Can we contain it? That's the question. Yes, we can contain it over there. That actually looks pretty cool. But as like, oops. But as these exist, it actually almost helps it make it look not so like this doesn't look like I did it. It looks more Minecraft, I guess, like naturally occurring. I guess I can get rid of this now, since that was the original line that I thought we were going to use, but hey, it's not. Not anymore. And something's happening here, which is kind of weird. but not for long. There we go. Let's get rid of that. I don't want too much of that. There we go. Running through in here. What happens if I add that? Just wondering why the water's not... So like if I get rid of the water, this probably won't happen. It'll probably just go right there. But this actually isn't too terrible. And I really like it because it adds sort of the drippy water effects. I'd like to get it so that we have very few torches in here. Making them like moody. Ooh, moody. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm working on now. The Inton Falls. The last video was called Inton Fails because that's what Josh and I did. Pretty hardcore. I guess we should probably get rid of these too. So as I tweak as I tweak things down here and turn the water back on, this may actually look different. Like instead of, since we added some stuff in here, if we redo it, the water may fall differently this time and may actually fill this out. I kind of want to fill this area here. This actually doesn't look too bad, and I really like what it's doing over there, kind of having a gap to where the rock isn't all the way across. That was my reference point on how high I actually wanted to go. So yeah, that's just kind of getting into the mind of JPT a little bit. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I think that's probably going to do it for today's episode. So, until next time, this is JPT. Go play your games, and I'll be seeing you.